What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up, y'all? What's good?
Uh,
You know the fucking vibes. It's
like,
passive.
oh my god!
It's passive pod episode 5. We made it to 5, y'all. That's what I said when I turned 5 because I didn't think I was gonna make it.
Like, oh my god! Like, I'm a fucking dump truck.
What the fuck?
Oh my god!
If you don't recognize that voice, that's Johnny Rumble.
Yes.
That is definitely Johnny Rumble, and if you don't recognize that voice, that's Count Doom because I'm not calling him by his government name.
Yes, I am John,
Government name.
and I play the 6-string banjo.
You play a 6-string
And
banjo?
Yes.
I know it was 5 last week. I think it was 4, like the first episode.
Next episode's gonna be 26-string.
Oh, hell yeah. And I'm Count Doom. I play the drums, and you guys already know all that jazz.
Yeah, you know the vibes.
You know the vibes.
This is Pervy. I play the harpsichord and the theremin.
There you go.
And the hurdy-gurdy.
Yeah.
And the hurdy-gurdy. Yep, that too.
Dude, I want to buy one of those.
Those things are so sick.
I was thinking of spending my stimulus check on it, but it's like,
oh my god,
dude, they're like $10,000 for a good one.
Fuck out of
That's
here!
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, that's crazy.
I'm like, nope. I'll have to wait a few years before I can make that purchase.
I did not realize how much those things go for.
And they're high maintenance.
Oh yeah, I'm assuming they are, dude.
Little hurdy-gurdy.
Hurdy-gurdy.
You're gonna
Ding-a-ding-a-ding.
You're gonna start a dungeon synth band.
Oh hell yeah!
You're gonna get two Colt.
Two Colts for everyone.
Oh, remember that video? Remember that video? It was like, "Hey, Mountain Dew is cult, right?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mountain Dew is cult, right?
I mean, I think it is.
Mountain Dew's pretty cult.
Yeah.
One time it was after a baseball game that when I was playing like in Little League, I used to run my little ass off, and after the game we went to go eat somewhere. I think over at my cousin's place, and we got food. I think we probably got pizza or some shit, and I chugged like a cup of Mountain Dew. And I swear to God, it was the worst I've ever felt in my fucking life. I thought I was gonna die.
Dude, like, yeah, that stuff is crazy, dude. Like, even now, dude, like, if I even have like a can, I'm so hopped up. I'm just like, damn, dude, like.
But just imagine doing that as a kid, like who just got done running his ass off. His ass off. I was like, yes, I'm gonna chug this Mountain Dew.
That was like Red Bull before there was Red Bull.
Yeah, dude, I wanted to fucking die, dude. I was like, I'm ready. Take me, God. I don't belong here anymore.
And that's like a huge thing now. I noticed like people mix that with either energy drinks or liquor, and I'm like,
that is
no,
scary,
man.
Dude.
That's bad idea, Gene.
Dude,
that is bad idea, Jeans.
Dude, I had a coworker that was like elderly, like when I used to work in the night, and I swear to God, dude, like
in the night,
he would do the night job with us, and then during the day he would work for the city of Downey, and then like 2 times throughout the night, one in the beginning, he'll have a Mountain Dew Code Red with a 5-hour energy shot.
Dude, that's cocaine.
Yeah.
Dude, that's cocaine.
And then after when we hit our lunch break, he does the same thing. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, this man is gonna die.
This dude is lacing his coke with meth.
Yeah, right?
Insane, dude. I'm just like, oh my God. I'm like, he's gonna die. He's gonna fucking die.
Wild, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Dude, I was going on a big stretch where I was like drinking those every day.
Damn.
But since this past Lent, I haven't touched any of that, so I'm pretty grateful for that because that shit will like wreck you.
Oh yeah.
Dude. Like I remember, well, my dad had like he's had neurological issues his whole life. So like I don't think this has anything to actually do with it, but I just remember like when he had his big ass seizure, which was caused by like fucking like 8 aneurysms in his brain, which is wild.
God damn.
He had a 5 hour. He doesn't drink energy drinks. He had a 5 hour energy that morning, and that's when he had his seizure. I was like, I'm never having one of them motherfuckers ever.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, remember even like at band practice, we were getting kind of shitty with that, like with the bang and all that. We would bring them at like 10 at night, and we were chugging those. Like, oh man, that was such a shitty idea,
dude. And I realized, well, since I drink a lot, when I drink caffeine, because I mean, if I drink caffeine while I'm drinking, like I kind of turn into a raging fucking asshole.
And I mean, like, I never noticed that practice, but if you say so.
No, I just like, there's like a lot of just like anger built up inside me. I'm like, yeah, I should probably not, let's not do that.
Yeah, you don't need high blood pressure.
I don't, which is funny because since I stopped drinking energy drinks, like my blood pressure is fine.
Oh, there you go.
Just weird, really weird. Because I went to go do my physical, and they were like, "Damn, you're a fat ass, but you're healthy for some reason. I don't know how. That's a thing."
I mean, sometimes you can still have good vitals and all that, you know?
Yeah, that's what I thought too, because like I got real fat over quarantine. I got dumb fat.
I mean, I heard that's a thing, though, it's going around, people being isolated and all that. And especially in the beginning, because everyone was kind of paranoid, like, can I even go out to the park to exercise? And, now people are kind of figuring it out. But, oh, man, in those early months, it was pretty bad.
Yeah. All right, well, we need to, I feel like we need to address something.
What?
The elephant in the room.
Are they pink elephant?
It was a pink elephant, cause yeah. We should we talk about the last podcast that we did?
It was a train wreck.
We should. Holy shit, dude, guys! I fucking blacked out. I blacked out mid podcast. I fucking blacked out.
And you really wanted to murder children on that one.
Yeah. I know. Oh man, I was sitting there editing that shit. I was like, "Wow, all right, okay. I guess we're gonna do that." Yeah.
I mean, there were some pretty funny moments, but I think overall we just kind of all dropped the ball. Like,
I mean, if we're gonna talk about dropping the ball, good God, I not only did I drop the ball, I tripped on the ball, fell, ate shit on top of the
broke
ball,
your jaw
and broke my jaw. Yep.
It's all good, man. Everyone's entitled to a couple of fuck ups in the podcasting world.
Yeah, I need to get my my fuck up card so I can punch one hole in that shit. Good God, I was fucked up. It was fun though.
It's funny because I didn't even notice that much until you pointed it out in the group message after. I'm like, oh, okay, that explains a lot of the repeats.
Yeah. Oh, my favorite part. My favorite part.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Of last episode was when you talk about Nicolas Cage when he meets up with like the bad guys in the movie, and he's like, I want to take his face off, and they're like, no more drugs for that man. And then I literally repeat exactly what you just said.
You just repeated the same shit.
The same fucking words you just said. And I'm surprised.
And then we were almost done, and you wanted to go back to the beginning because you thought we skipped something.
Yes. And then you guys told me, yeah, we tried talking about that, and you decided to just jump over it, you dumbass.
Yeah, because you wanted to talk about that fucking kid getting his head blown out again.
Dude, we talked about that for like 10 minutes.
Yes, we did.
Oh my God. Oh. Well,
My favorite part though is at the end when Johnny was like, "All right, I'll see you guys later," and he just dipped.
yes, for
Like,
a little.
usually we hang out afterwards and talk for like 5 minutes, and Johnny's like, "I'm done. Fuck this shit."
Yeah, a little inside scoop. We hang out after we pod. We just like talking shit, and then for some reason, last episode he's like, "All right, this is Johnny. I'll see y'all later," and then he fucks right off, and we don't hear from him the rest of the day.
That was hilarious though.
It's
Johnny
fucking
needed to
great.
go to his Zen garden.
Yeah, my Zen garden got destroyed that day, so I'm working on a new one. I am finding inner peace at the moment. Inner peace, and
Goddamn right.
And I have to pee. No, no, yeah.
I was like, are you gonna pee on the pod?
No.
2 peas in a pod.
Hey, there you go.
Our new podcast.
I might have to.
Our new podcast where we talk about urination.
Yeah, we drink and then we piss and we record it.
Yeah, I have blood.
Oh wow, okay, cool. This is I guess we're subtweeting me in real life. That's cool.
Yeah, so that's that, guys. That's the issue with that episode. Is it coming out still, or
it's coming out today? I edited it. I just need to put all the links in it and everything that we talked about.
Okay.
So,
by the time you hear this episode, that one will be out already.
So if you want to
understand what we're talking about,
yeah, if you want to know what we're talking about, you can go ahead and listen to that one where I fucking black out in the middle of the episode. Anyways, what do you guys been watching anything else since we're all locked down?
Yeah, I've been doing like rewatches of The Office again. I mean, I fucking love that show. I can't get enough of it.
Funny fucking story. I've maybe seen 3 episodes of The Office, and I've watched like Parks and Rec in its entirety.
Oh, I love Parks and Rec. I watched that one a lot too.
But I've never seen like The Office, like in its whole.
It's the same people. It's like the same showrunners, man. How could you not be into it?
I'm not like by like on some weird shit. I've never watched. I've never just like, oh, I'm gonna throw this on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Very nice.
Yeah. Besides that, I've just been doing some reading. I bought a book on the Zodiac Killer.
Nice.
And then some of the old Clive Barker books. That's about it, really.
That's cool. Fuck yeah, Clive Barker.
I know, that's the homie.
Master of horror for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
Just music for me mainly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything worth talking about or not yet?
Quite a few. New Hank Von House, solid.
Nice.
Definitely a darker sound than the first album. New band I came across, they only have a single as of right now. They're from Georgia, but it's kind of blowing me away, but I'm really excited. I have a 7-inch coming in from them for what was that?
Oh, you heard that?
Yeah, it was like
Oh, I just threw a White Claw can at a canteen I have in my room.
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
like you were shooting a pellet gun.
Yeah,
actually no. Real. I have a spittoon, and I just recently started doing dip.
Oh,
there we go. That's what it sounded like, an old cartoon.
Yeah.
So I went.
Dude, it was on point.
It really was.
Yeah, but yeah. So so the band's from Georgia. It's if you put The Cure, The Smiths, and Joy Division all together, and they had a love child, and
that's kind of horny. That's a little horny.
Yeah,
that's a little horny.
And then you roll them in glitter.
Ooh,
cool.
I'm fucking erect.
I mean, I don't fuck with the Smiths, but I like Joy Division.
Yeah, so they're called Vision Video. They only have 2 songs, but I really dig them. I'm super excited to see what their full length is gonna sound like whenever they decide to do that. But yeah, so Vision Video, we'll definitely put a link at the bottom there. definitely great stuff. You don't hear stuff like this too often, so I'm really excited.
Nice. I'm excited to hear that.
Yeah,
Yeah, so much.
it's good. It's good. I enjoyed it greatly.
What about you, Pervy?
I've just been fucking around on guitar. I don't know. You guys heard that, so I'm just been fucking around on
Yeah.
guitar. I'm actually kind of proud of that last one. That's a little horny. It's a little horny.
Dude, the last two you sent us were really different, but both were like equally good. You know, I got excited when I heard both.
I know, so like, and not even on like, oh, look at me, shit. Like, I was just like, we could do something with this, and it's gonna be. I want, since we're just putting out EPs. We're not obviously releasing a full length album. I kind of just want to run with the idea that all of our we obviously have a sound to our band, but I want all of our EPs to have like different, like, kind of like styles,
A good
like
variety.
Yeah, like it's just everything that sums us up as a band. You know what I mean?
It's that White Claw variety pack.
It is funny.
Well, I mean,
it's funny you should say that. No,
it's cool because they're all different, but they're all logical. I would say, like,
they're all different, but we're in the same ballpark. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, it's not like all of a sudden we're coming out with the power metal album or something. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's all based in like rock and roll and upbeat music. You know, stoner and all that, but it's all in the same ballpark as Johnny was saying.
Yeah, like we're not straying too far away. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We're not gonna start a like synthwave band right in the middle.
I feel like I still feel like we're pushing ourselves.
Don't threaten me with a good time. I'm so down for synthwave.
Oh, so am I. Yeah, right. So am I.
Hey, new project.
I'd be down for that.
We're gonna have a new band.
What the fuck would we be called? Like, oh, what was it? What, Neon Dad? Oh yeah, we're Neon Dad. That's the name of our band.
We're gonna be called Brown Division.
Brown Division. Yeah. Oh no! Oh no!
I feel like there's got to be a Brown Division already. I feel like that has to exist.
Hey, right? Watch it as like a Joy Division cover band with just Mexicans or something.
Oh, did you hear, Pervy? Did you hear Wino? He did a Joy Division cover on his new album.
Big fan of that. Big fan of that.
It's so good.
That. It's so fucking good.
It's on his acoustic album, but it's so good.
We're gonna link that as well.
Yes, they I think he put it up as SoundCloud. So yeah, we'll put that link up.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put that.
It's gonna be all new wave and like very like new wave synth. Like
we're having a sexy spooky episode this episode.
Right.
80s throwback. No.
No, but to throw it back though, I think even with the sounds that we have now, it might be slower than punk and all that, but I think we're still pushing ourselves as musicians.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know,
like, because we're playing different chords, different beats, and
different.
Like, I've never used so many. Yeah, I've never used so many like tom beats in my life. You know, before it was just like for Y, but now I'm like actually doing whole verses and parts with that. And I like that idea, you know, that
it's good. It's fresh.
Pushing ourselves and we still have high energy.
Yeah, fresh. Exactly.
It's I don't want to full of energy. It's good, you know.
I don't want to stick to like what we were doing when we were fucking kids. Like not shitting on the music we made when we were kids, but
we will always pay tribute and we will always remember where we came from. But we matured. You know what I mean? Like,
and some of the spirit is still there, you know, because
definitely.
A lot of those early songs were more political in nature, and we still have that. We still have that in us, you know, and we still have songs about topics that we care about. So that's something that I like. You know, we carried that over with us.
Definitely.
And we're not afraid to go faster if we need to, you know, like.
And that's another thing too, like, you know, like not tooting our horn or anything, but it's like, you know, like a lot of bands can play 1,000 miles an hour, but it's like, you know, when you start messing with different time signatures and, you know, like little breaks and stuff like that, it's like it actually shows like your true like your true musicianship, you know, like what you really worked on, you know?
Yeah, because you can do like a 6 minute song where everything's just one tempo, but we
Oh
do
yeah,
like
definitely.
3 or 4 minute songs where we have a couple of changes, and that's what I
Hmm.
like. We keep saying it, but we push our boundaries,
Hmm. Definitely. I definitely agree with that.
Damn, this is a big suck our own dick hour.
right? And I'm that proud of us, though, man.
I am too. No, I am too. Like I'm just shit talking, but yeah, so am I. So the fuck am
But
I.
I mean,
Good.
I'm really proud of like where you've come, though, Pervy, as a guitarist, because
Really?
like, yeah, well, I mean, for the people who don't know, we had a guitarist before, Daniel, and he did everything at
Oh
first,
yeah, we can talk
and
about
that.
that. Daniel
Oh,
Daniel was like one of the main focal points of our band because we would be like it's funny because we would there's that meme going around and be like, oh yeah, let's do a fucking yeah, I'm looking for like a Drake Hotline Bling type beat, but what we essentially would do, it was like, yo, can you make like this like art of thrashing fucking type of guitar riff? And he'd be like, yeah, I got you. And then we would have a song. And so he was like a big part of our band, and we
Hmm.
and I
relied a lot on him.
Yeah, he was a
and I think
machine.
yeah, and I think as he got more into like Opeth and more progressive death metal stuff, he's the
Yeah.
one. I think it was him who suggested that Herbie would play guitar too.
Hmm. Yeah, I
Yeah, because
believe.
we
Right,
needed
yeah,
we needed two guitars essentially to do
right.
it.
Okay,
To
I wanted to make sure I'm remembering that right, but yeah, I think it was his idea, and you were. I remember you kind of didn't want to at first.
yeah, I didn't, which is really funny because I mean, if you look at all of our really really old footage of us playing as a band, you can tell I'm really like not comfortable, like being so vulnerable. Fucking for fuck's
Yeah,
sake, our first show, I broke the mic stand because I was like leaning on it too much because it was like my vulnerability like crutch. I was like, okay, I need to hold on to this because I don't feel comfortable. As you can tell, and as you can tell, I obviously broke the fucking thing. So
yeah,
it was really weird to me for me to be like apprehensive about it because now that I play, it's like having a guitar is like a nice crutch because I'm like it's something physical I can hold on to and can distract me from the fact that I'm like playing in front of people, which is weird because I mean, if you guys know anything about me, I don't know how many people you guys who's listening doesn't know me. I go into any room and I try and draw fucking attention to myself. So
right.
it's
But
really
even those first shows though, like I remember because Daniel had some difficulties. We won't talk about that, but he couldn't play with us. But
oh right right.
we didn't want to disappoint. So we're like, Pervy, can you do these on guitar? And you're kind of skeptical. You agreed because you were like us. You didn't want to disappoint anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So we tried it out, and that's when we
Wait.
realized, like, fuck, like, it works good just with the three piece as well.
Hmm.
And we
And it
realized
worked
your skill as a guitarist.
and it worked out nicely because it was cool because I mean he was pretty much he was like on his way out, like you can tell he was kind of like mentally checked out of the band at that point,
Hmm.
and not in a
And he had
negative
moved,
way.
yeah, and because he had moved farther anyway, so it kind
Yeah,
of didn't make sense for him to keep coming back down
Yeah.
it
all
was
the
hard.
way
So
over here.
yeah, he was living in Corona, and we were. I'm out here in like Orange County, and Abe and Johnny live just like outside of Orange County, but in LA County, pretty much live in the 562 area. So it
Yeah,
was
so it
like,
made sense for us three to be together, but
yeah,
for
but
Daniel, it didn't make sense.
there's zero reason to drive about 45 minutes in traffic to like go play with your shitty band with your friends. Like there's no economical fucking reason to do that.
Yeah,
What?
because we didn't really have that many goals either, like as far as recording and demos and all that. We did do a demo back then with him, but
Hmm.
we were just more like, oh, let's play shows.
Yeah, but
Let's go play this backyard and let's go play over here
yeah,
and
for fuck's sake,
all that.
I would play for fucking beer, dude. Like we're not making any fucking money from this.
Yeah, let's go play at a bar, and even though it's raining and my drums are gonna get all soaked in the back of Johnny's car.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Ooh,
That was Pomona.
yep,
That was
I
a good
remember
show,
that.
though.
That
Yeah.
was a good ass show.
They kept trying to put us behind, and I'm just like, nah, fuck that. We're up next.
Yeah,
That was one of the hardest fucking things I've ever seen you do. Like, you are hard as fuck for that. You're like, no, we're gonna keep pushing you back. You're like, no, we're fucking playing now. I was like,
Yeah.
this motherfucker got the biggest dick I've ever seen in my life.
Cause like we helped them out, you know. It's like they're like, hey, like, you know, this band, you know, I told them this, and you know, can you guys wait? And we're like, yeah, not a problem, you know. And we were there early, you know. And it's like all the people that were on that showcase, they were all local, and it's like, how are they late? And we came all the way from where we were, and we were there before the show even started, you know.
yeah, exactly.
Well, if you
So
guys
was
want,
that?
if you guys want to book us, just know that we're probably going to be one of the more professional bands and show the fuck up on time.
yeah,
Even though we might have a few beers, we're still more professional.
Exactly.
Throwing that out there.
Look, I'll be about halfway pissed but by the time the show starts, but at least we'll be there about 30 minutes to an hour before fucking call time. So fuck you.
mm-hmm. Very true. We don't run on punk rock time.
Nope, hell no. I mean,
even when we were a straight punk band, we were always on time.
We were never on punk rock time. We were always.
We would help set up the fucking show, man.
Yeah, true. Very
Backyard
true.
shows, we would help fucking set the fucking whole bitch up.
Yeah. Oh, I remember like a lot of the time they didn't even know how to use the PA.
That was the best thing ever. I love it.
And at the time we didn't really know how to use it either. But I know like Johnny and you would still run over there and do like everything you could to help them.
Dude,
we didn't know them that well.
We would help fucking mic check and shit, dude.
Yeah. For like all the bands before they even started.
True.
I mean, like, you're gonna scream the whole time. I'm gonna turn your volume just a little bit down so somebody can hear the fucking guitars.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, right. But yeah, back to what I was saying though. Like when Daniel finally left, it came to the point when Pervy needed to step up to that, and I commend you for that because it was never even an issue. You know, it wasn't like, oh, I don't think I can do this. It was just like, all right, I'll do it. You know,
yeah, we could have easily just called it fucking quits. Honestly,
yeah. You know, and I wouldn't have blamed you if you didn't feel comfortable doing it. Just one guitar, you know, but we kept going and things just got better and we got tighter as a band. And then look at us now, you know, like we're like way different than when we started.
And we sound way bigger too, as a three-piece.
Somehow, even as a three-piece, we managed to make a better sound than we had like, you know, 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, and honestly, you guys are not even on like, oh, I love you guys shit, but like, no, you guys are like my favorite musicians to play with because we've all, I mean, for the most part, like a couple of us have played in fucking different bands, or we've all played in different bands.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've all tried things, yeah.
And I've never felt more at home just writing music with you guys because it's so, and not on some shit like, oh, it's easy, so I'm gonna do the thing that's easy. No, it's you guys are easy to get along with in regards to the songwriting process, and we're all kind of on the same like page mentally when it comes to songwriting. Well,
and the thing too is, I won't say specifics, but you know, we've had people come and watch us jam and all that, and again, not to toot our own horn, but they've even said it like, dang, you guys can make a song like that, you know, like it only takes like 5 minutes and you got a whole song down. And they tell us like, you know, in my band it doesn't work that way. Usually it takes a few weeks because someone wants to change this or they don't like it, we have to argue. But with us it's just like, oh, you want to play something, you know, as fast as Fear? Okay, that's cool. You want to play something as slow as Electric Wizard? Yeah, that's fine. We just do it.
Just do it. It's easy, man. It's easy. It's the most beautiful musical relationship.
Yeah, hands down.
I mean, and everyone gets their fair shine too. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
Johnny wants a bass intro. That's fucking perfect. I want a drum solo. Cool. Pervy, you get your guitar solos all over the place, so it's like we all satisfy ourselves musically.
Yeah, no, that's the cool part because it's like it's really cool because it won't be like, yeah, so I'm gonna do this for like 5 minutes and I'm gonna tell you guys to shut the fuck up. It's usually one of us being like, oh yeah, no, you do like this bass lead right here, and then you'll do a fucking like drum solo, and then like when like at the end of the drum solo, I'm gonna do like an octave bend and it's gonna go into a guitar solo. It's never like it's never like, yes, I'm gonna try and get myself over as much as possible. It's like, no, you should do this because it'll sound fucking sick.
Well,
Yeah.
the perfect example for me is Johnny on the song we have, Your Home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at the beginning, it was supposed to just be acoustic.
Yeah.
And we played it. We played it like that for a long time. And then randomly, one practice, Johnny just started adding the bass bits to it, you know? And it was like, whoa, that's what was missing, you know? We didn't know it at the time. But now that you hear it, it's like, yeah, I can't imagine the song any other way without that.
Exactly. You listen to that. You listen to the beginning of that song, and I got so mad that I ever was like, "Oh, Jesus!" I'm so mad. I was ever like, let's just a little acoustic bit. I was like, now that the bass is in there, I was like, why the fuck would I have ever thought that?
Yeah,
And that's the cool thing, though.
little
We don't
root
have to
notes.
fight for anything. Yeah. We don't have to fight for anything. We just do it. And if it works, we stick with it. If it doesn't, we're just like, let's try it without it. And then we go from there. We never have to fight about anything.
Yeah, no,
And that's the way, a band should be.
exactly. Trial and error. But like how you guys said earlier, like that's pretty much how our writing process is.
Yeah, exactly. Because there's a lot that we've rejected too. We're like, no, that won't work. But we never feel like insulted by each other.
Yeah,
It comes from a place, it comes from a place of love. We know.
we have whole songs that we like are not going to use. Like we had this one really cool like 80s like type of metal song that we had, but we kind of just threw it away because it wasn't fucking going anywhere.
Yeah.
But we're not heard about it,
Yeah. And because one day it might come up where it's like, we need something like that. And you never know, that riff might be repurposed.
Yeah.
And we use it again, like,
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
That's just the way we operate.
Very true.
Anyway, so I've been watching a lot of diners, drive-ins, and dives. God damn.
Oh, that show is funny. I like that.
I love how it just like
just no
changed,
transition
like,
at all.
That's a guy, right? Is that guy
Yeah, Guy Fieri, yeah.
Fucking Flavor Town.
Flavor
Town.
Yeah, dude. Did you? So I guess is he from Columbus, Ohio? I don't know.
I think he is.
I don't know, honestly.
There was a petition to change the name of Columbus, Ohio, to Flavor Town.
Yeah, I think that's why, right? Because he's a native of there.
Yeah. So I was.
I'd be down with that.
I was like, I'm gonna sign that fucking petition.
Well, I wanted the one where they wanted to replace the Confederate statues with odorous.
Oh my god.
Virginia? Yeah, in Virginia.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit.
Fuck yeah. How could you not?
It's a big old alien, like a fat cock.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
Cuttlefish.
Exactly. He's a hero. He's a hero to this world, and he needs monuments dedicated to him.
Dave Rocky. God bless that man.
I mean, in Belgium, I think they have a statue of Dio.
Yeah.
But they don't have one here in the U.S. where he's from.
Yeah.
And he started charities for for children and all of that. It's like, that's a good person through and through. And because he plays metal, we can't talk about that.
Right. I think Lemmy has multiple statues, I think, right? There's one in LA.
Well, yeah.
And then
the rainbow.
Yeah, and then in Europe, I think at Walken and stuff like that, they have multiple statues of him.
Well, Europe is usually more they respect the musicians more.
Yeah.
I think that's why they get the better festivals too.
Probably.
Because over there you can go go to a festival and see like Aerosmith and ZZ Top and Black Sabbath and Slayer all on the same lineup, and nobody cares. And right here, it's like, oh, you can't have that. You can't have Korn and Judas Priest on the same lineup. That's not right. They just complain about everything.
Big
right
old
there,
babies.
they're just happy. Yeah, right there, they're just happy to have music.
Yeah, hell yeah. I respect them for that. Their love for music is way, way different than like the U.S.
Well,
Well,
then
I mean, even
they got the statue
go
of
ahead.
Phil. They got the statue of Phil from Thin Lizzy in fucking Dublin.
That's so
That's
sick.
right, they do.
How
yeah,
that dude's so sick. Good stuff.
yeah. But even like in Mexico, right there, they get insane lineups because those people, as it is, they're oppressed.
Mhm.
But they don't get as much music as we do here. So whenever anything comes through, it's like
Yeah,
crazy
that's
packed.
what I heard. It's like Mexico City, Guadalajara, and like I forgot, but like huge, dude. Like it's a
Yeah.
big deal over there.
I
Especially
know like Carcass likes to play there a lot.
yeah, and then
Oh,
like,
dude, Mexican fans of anything are crazy.
mhm.
Oh yeah,
It's crazy because it's like like even if we're getting to like like punk rock or something, dude, it's like just example like when the Casualties go there, it's like they make it a
Oh,
big deal, dude.
It's
Like
fucking insane, dude.
yeah, dude. Like besides like like riots and everything happen, but I mean like dude, they throw swamp meets like it's like a festival, like
yeah.
Like the
three
fucking
days that
they're coming
through.
there.
Well, even what was that psychobilly band that went there not that long ago?
Oh yeah, who was that? That was
Was it Demented or?
Oh, Demented, yeah.
Oh, Demented,
yeah,
yeah.
like
Demented.
even that. Well, I mean, but you know what I mean. Like even that in general, though, like
No, but
if it
like
came here,
like
it wouldn't be as big a deal. But over there, it's huge. They just show anybody love so they can get them entertainment.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, part of it, is Demented can't come here anymore.
Yeah, well, yeah, that too. But yeah,
Yeah, but still, regardless, it's a bigger deal over there,
yeah, they just show a lot of love, and that's cool. I wouldn't mind
Like,
playing a show there one day.
yeah, like it's crazy. Like, have you guys ever seen the footage of like when Iron Maiden like goes through there? Like, it's
Oh yeah,
insane, dude.
Didn't they have a
Oh
DVD?
my God. Yeah, I think so, dude.
Iron Maiden has like a shit ton of DVDs, so
It's
it's
ridiculous.
possible.
They have like one of their most famous DVDs is them playing like Mexico City or some shit.
That's one of them.
Probably, yeah. I know they have one, I think, in Spain, right, where it's like really big.
Oh,
It's
fuck
Rio.
Spain.
It's Rio, and then like.
Oh, there we go, Rio.
And then the big one was Long Beach Arena in 1985 for the World Slavery Tour.
That's the classic one. Everybody knows that.
Yes. Oh my God.
Scream for
dude.
me, Long Beach, and they don't even probably know where Long Beach is.
Right, and it's like, dude, we live like less than 15 miles away from there. Like on a
I know.
day, I see that arena, and I'm just like, God damn! Like, I can't imagine the feelings that are going through you just to be there that night, and in such a small city. You know what I mean? I see the Long Beach Arena now, and I'm just like, bro, like, is that even big enough for Maiden?
Right?
I know, right?
It looks
and back then, yeah, that's like the height of their powers,
Fucking Priest played there. Can you imagine Priest playing at the fucking Long Beach Arena now?
Yeah, true.
Honestly, I heard that Priest doesn't pack a lot of places anymore.
Really?
Yeah, they were doing because you know how there's those rumors that Priest and Maiden were going to tour like in the next couple of years.
Uh-huh.
They were saying that, well, obviously Maiden is going to headline because they did the numbers, and I guess Priest only brings in like half. Well, no, not half, but a little more than half of what Maiden does.
Really?
Yeah,
I guess that makes sense. Maiden's like one of like the biggest bands in the world.
And honestly, like they're one of the hardest working bands. So they're like everywhere in the world. They do everything they can to get to places most bands won't even go.
Yeah, true. I guess it helps when you're fucking you're the goddamn singer of your band's a fucking pilot.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that helps.
I remember when
Oh,
they came down over here, man. I purposely drove down the 105 just to see the Eddie plane.
Oh, nice. Did you see
of
it?
course you did, you fucking nerd.
It's incredible.
Fucking nerd. Actually,
You just drive
I have to give you back your Maiden shirt too. It's sitting in my closet, looking at
a
it.
Maiden shirt.
Yeah. You know Eddie playing the fucking bass?
How'd you get that shirt? I don't get it. I thought I lost it.
No, I have it. It's sitting in my closet. I'm looking at it.
That's hilarious. That's
I want to know the story of why your shirt's at Pervy's house.
Hey, I'm sorry.
I think you let me borrow it one day, like after we I think we went swimming at your like grandma's place or some shit.
I don't even remember, dude. I haven't seen that shirt in so long, and I'm just
Well,
like,
I have it. If you ever want it, remind me to give it to you because I forget every time I forget every time I see you.
I'm like, that makes sense too, because whenever Johnny has something about swimming, it's always Pervy and Bane who show up like in the same clothes. They don't bring any swimming clothes. They just show up in jeans and shirt. That's it.
Jeans and a t-shirt, baby.
Yeah,
that's
so
weird.
I can see that. That makes sense that Johnny would like loan you a shirt.
Iron Maiden.
Right?
That's crazy. I never thought. I thought I just lost it, and I'm just like,
no,
damn.
It's here, baby. It's here.
That's amazing. That was probably hands down, probably like my favorite Maiden shirt.
Dude, you talked about that shirt for years, and you finally got it. And I said,
yeah, you rocked the shit out of that shirt for a long time.
I love that shirt.
It's like me and my Black Sabbath shirt where they're all in red. I wore that.
Oh yeah.
In my high school yearbook, there's like 4 pictures of me, and in each one I'm wearing that shirt. And they were all taken on different days, so I'm like, fuck, I just wore this like all the time.
So crazy.
Dude, speaking of yearbooks, did you know we were in the fashion page of our yearbook the last years we were at Kennedy? I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was kind of odd.
You guys, that's pretty cool.
Because it was like we were like the only like
rocker fools.
Yeah, we were like the only like greaser guys there. So it was like, oh, I forgot what they put. They're like, oh, like, you know, a throwback to the past.
Some shit like that. Some goofy shit like that.
Yeah.
Well, in my yearbook, I'm in guitar club, and I didn't even play guitar.
What's it called?
Oh yeah, you showed us that. That's fucking.
Yeah, I just showed up because my friends were there, but I'm in the picture for there. So
it's so funny.
That's history now.
Because I think me and Pervy were in like a guitar group, and like they took a picture of everyone, and then like our picture didn't show up in there.
And nope, it didn't show up at all. If you look at the guitar club for John F. Kennedy High School in La Palma, California, it's the cringiest fucking picture in the world because it's just a bunch of fucking dorks. It looks like a bunch of fucking dorks. And they all look like they're on fucking like conservative fucking subreddits now.
Oh no!
It looks like that's what it's like. Prime example of dudes who fucking go on conservative subreddits and are like, "Well, let me tell you why Ben Shapiro's actually right," you know. But
oh fuck Ben Shapiro!
Fuck Ben Shapiro in the ass. But they did take a picture of us. Because we used to take our guitars to school like way more than we should have, and it was just it was essentially us trying to fucking learn, like Mike Ness songs and Social D songs.
Yeah, pretty much. It was way before even Guitar Club even existed. We're just like, hey, like, let's bring our guitar to school and see what happens.
And you know who didn't join Guitar Club? Me and Johnny.
Wow.
Yeah. We're just like,
because all those dudes were assholes too.
They were.
You remember who was in that shit?
I remember.
Fuck all those dudes.
Slash has been.
Oh wow! Oh yeah, we'll leave that there. We're not gonna name names, but yes, exactly. I know exactly who you're talking about. Remember those dudes who try and show up Daniel?
Oh yeah.
Remember all those dudes? So there's 2 dudes, and I know you know who I'm talking about.
They always try to outdo Daniel, but they couldn't.
Well, yeah, I remember. Well, I didn't go to school with you guys, but I remember him telling me that the only reason he learned sweet picking was because somebody said he couldn't do it. So he went and he like learned it in a week just to show him up.
Yep, and he did it better than he ever did. It was so fucking funny.
It was ridiculous.
It's the weirdest thing to be like insecure about really dumb shit. Like, yeah, dude, like, fuck yeah, check this shit out. And then Daniel will be like, okay, cool, we'll check. And not even on some bragging shit. People would watch Daniel play guitar and would get really insecure about it.
Yeah. Oh, easily, hands down.
You know who I'm talking about too. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. And you know what's really funny about it is that like when Daniel did doodle around, it was like, yeah, it was metal stuff and stuff like that. But I'm like, bro, like that's just doodling. I'm like, if you really, really know Daniel, he started off with classical Spanish guitar, and I'm like, that shit is hard. Like it's ridiculous hard, you know?
I know that is the one time I've ever felt insecure watching someone play guitar, because Daniel just dinging off on like the classical guitar. I was like, yo, I could never do that shit.
Nah, dude, like he's like almost like on that flamenco kind of status.
Yeah,
you know?
I was like, yo,
like,
garbage. I watched him play. I'm like, yo, I'm trash.
And it's funny too because he's the kind of guy where you could like ask him anything. How did you do that? What's your setup? What strings are you using?
Mm-hmm.
And he'll tell you. He won't try to hide anything.
No.
He'll talk to you for like an hour of how you can get better.
Oh, I know, and I hate that when motherfuckers would be like, oh, I just kind of like my own thing, and I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah, right. I'm like, bro, don't walk around like you got a chip on your shoulder. I'm like, you're a nobody. You know, you're a guitar player like me and you. You know, it's like even when people ask me, like a lot of I don't know, like I heard some people are kind of standoffish, like when they ask, like, oh, like, hey, like, do you see what he's running, this and this? And I'm just like, bro, like, just ask me, man. Like,
ask him. Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, bro,
ask him.
Like, I had a couple of people. They're like, hey, like, what are you running? I see you have pedals. I'm like, it's a tuner and a distortion pedal, but I use the distortion pedal as a boost. And they're just like,
yeah,
really?
exactly.
I'm like, yeah, I'm like, it's all from my head, and I'm like, it's a PF 500, and I'm like, you know, I use SIT strings, you know, gauge 105 to 45. I have a badass bridge, and I use the stock pickup. Simple.
Yeah, it's not the 80s anymore when it's like Eddie Van Halen would turn around so nobody could see him finger tap.
Yeah.
It's like you can figure out anything now. Just ask someone and they'll tell you.
Yeah.
I know. That's why I love Daniel. Daniel's always been like one of our best friends, and he's one of the coolest guys you could ever fucking meet, especially in regards to music.
Oh yeah, definitely. His knowledge is definitely there, you know.
And he doesn't have any ego about it.
No, not at all.
Exactly. I was just gonna say that. He will never shit talk you and being like, okay, dude, well, I can do 70 times better than that, so fuck you.
Yeah, nah, I would say all of us are humble, dude. Like, we don't walk around like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, it means a lot when, like, you know, someone's like an insanely like excellent musician, like who is like above and beyond, and like he has no ego about it. So I'm like, just shout out to Daniel for that.
Oh yeah,
it's the Daniel.
Hell yeah,
it's the Daniel.
The homie Daniel.
God bless.
I mean, I was always happy too because even like me, I haven't been playing guitar nearly as long as any of you guys, and I would show you something and you'd be like, "Oh, cool!" Like let's try this, and you would help me work around it, you know, to make it sound like a real song. I know I couldn't do that with other guitarists because someone might be like, "Yeah, that sucks. Fuck that."
We all know that person too. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like there's always people where it's like you're not a guitarist, you're just a drummer. Stick to that. But I've always wanted to do more, and you guys allowed me to do that in a comfortable place.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Passive Aggressor is a safe space.
It is.
It's a safe space.
It's a safe.
Unless you're a fascist.
Unless you're yes.
Then we will call you out.
The only people who aren't safe at our shows is a fucking fascist.
That is very.
And a racist, and a fucking cop, or a rapist, or a fucking piece of shit scumbag. That's the only people we're intolerant of. So fuck all y'all. You're not welcome at our fucking shows. And if we see you at our fucking shows, we'll call you out on it. You might even get fucked up by either us or the goddamn people that fuck with us. If we bang fucking hard against stupid shit like that, y'all can go get fucked.
You might throw a hammer at you too.
Fucking
fuck it, yeah.
Inglorious Bastards, the motherfuckers.
Yeah, right.
God damn.
Oh, you're not
scalp.
Oh, do you wear that uniform when you go home? Oh no, you're gonna wear it now.
Yeah.
I love that shit. I love that movie so much.
Fuck yeah. God, I got hype. I was just getting
right. You're gonna go on a political rant now.
I know. Shit.
Crazy.
Hey, so you guys ready to talk about this album?
Let's do it.
Oh hell yeah, I am. I'm actually really stoked to talk about this album.
This one was really, really interesting. So I'm excited.
Okay, let me.
Abe,
let me. The album we're talking about today is "Demons of the Mind" by the Alligator Wine. And I got some facts about this. Let me throw them out to you guys.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Love it.
This one was put out on Centuria. What the fuck? Century Media Records. And it's only two guys. Rob Bitaka. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing these right. I apologize.
It's Rob the Taco.
Rob Bitaka. Rob Bitaka on vocals, organ, and Moog bass. And Thomas Tufel on drums and spooky voice. I don't know what that means. But,
the spooky.
Yeah.
The spooky.
And according to their bio, they're inspired by 70s rock and older horror films, like the scores, for those.
Mm-hmm.
And they describe themselves as vintage rock with no guitars. That blew my mind when I heard that,
Yeah.
Because some of these riffs sound like guitars to me anyways, but no, there's no guitars.
Oh, definitely.
And what I heard, there's no bass either.
What?
Yeah. I mean, what I gathered anyways, it says that the bass was replaced by an analog synth. So
what?
I take that as, they're just using a synthesizer.
Okay, now
get the fuck out of here.
I'm floored.
Yeah,
honestly.
I mean, I could be wrong, but this is what I'm getting from their bio, so it should be accurate. I'm like, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, like, oh my god,
that's fucking insane.
I don't even know what to say anymore, dude, because I'm just like, god damn, bro, like, there are no stringed instruments at all.
Yeah, just that alone. And I picked up this record at Bionic Records there in Cyprus. For anyone who's in the area, stop by there, support. And I just picked it up. Yeah, I just picked it up. Honestly, Johnny knows because I bought it when he was working there. I just bought it randomly. I saw it and I'm like, oh, this looks interesting. I'll give it a listen,
Yeah.
I was floored by this. This is like something really different than what I usually listen to. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I can see it kind of fitting with the whole retro rock. Like they call them classic rock, but they're not, they're not classic bands.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it fits. Like I could see these guys touring with like Graveyard. I could see that, even though they're different, the vibe is kind of the same.
Oh yeah, easily, dude. Like it's very insane, dude. Like, of course we'll go down the track listing and everything, but I mean like even in the first track, like it was just like it was crazy, Like I thought it was like, string instruments and stuff like that, but like after you said that, like like no guitars, and the bass was, substituted by a synthesizer, and I'm just like, god damn, bro, like that mimic is like precise, and
yeah,
and it's just they take so many different like how can you say so many different dang, I got that word like at the tip of my tongue. Influences. There's so many influences that are like hitting. So I mean, like, you have like, like you get a real creepy like feel, like with like the organs and like stuff like that. Like it kind of reminded me of like I really don't want to use this band, but they use it a lot. But I mean like Ghost, and then like it gets into like it reminded me of like a Turbo Negro with some of like the choruses and the big vocals, and then it gets into like a real type of action kind of rock, like similar to like the Helicopters and Lucifer and stuff like that, and just there's so much. And then it even got to a point where it was like the guy, yeah, there's a song where it's like it's very mellow, and at first I'm like, bro, like this sounds like Billy Vallo from him, and it
Yeah,
wasn't.
right.
And I'm just like, bro, like this literally sounds like the band Him, like hands down. And I'm just like,
Yeah,
oh my God, dude, I'm just like they're everywhere, but it fits so well, you know? And then oh my God, dude, like I said, there's so much, dude. And then there were even parts that reminded me of like Rammstein, I'm just like, bro, like where's
yeah,
all this coming from? It's insane.
yeah, and it's cool because even on their page on Century Media, it's kind
Mhm.
of described as Led Zeppelin, but without guitars. And I kind of feel that, they have that kind of energy, and they have that really fat bass drum sound.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, so right away, yeah, I can feel that. I can see this. Like if they told me this was a '70s band that nobody ever heard of,
Hmm.
I'd believe it. It fits.
Yeah,
It has
they
like
were
that retro sound to it.
definitely, yeah, they were really, really spot on. But this is definitely an interesting album, and just like yeah, like something I would have probably like never would have like expected, just seeing the name or even like considering to pick up really, it looks very just not normal, but just like it's just it didn't draw my attention at first, and then I'm just
Right.
like
Well, you and me, we're always at the record shops. We see these albums all the time. They're kind of
yeah,
like those generic retro rock
yeah,
bands. So I honestly thought it was gonna just be something like that.
that's what I was
You
thinking.
know,
Like when you grabbed it, I'm like,
So
oh, it's probably some like fuzz rock or something.
yeah. And I thought like, well, okay, maybe it'll be like okay for one or two songs, and it's not a waste of money because it came with the vinyl and the CD.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
And goddamn, we're wrong. Jesus Christ.
yeah, right. But listening to it, I was just blown away. I
Yeah,
really was.
it was really good. What's your take on the album, Pervy?
Because you mentioned Ghost earlier, and
Yeah.
I didn't want to be that guy, but a couple of my favorite tracks off the album, I'll pull it up right now. It's I can't remember the names of them. Uh, bu- 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 Give me a second. It is Voodoo.
Hmm.
Voodoo.
Voodoo's
That
amazing.
song. It's got that. It's got that fucking like that dancey kind of beat. It's like that fucking kick hi hat
Hmm.
fucking type of fucking beat. I'm always a big fan of shit like that. I don't know why. It's almost like a fucking disco fucking beat.
Yeah,
But I love
there you
that
go.
kind of shit. I love that
The
shit.
disco. Yeah, no, I agree. Oh my God, the disco.
It pretty much is. And then
Yeah.
dream eyed little girl.
Oh my
That's a
God,
dope ass.
dude, I love that song. Like I was telling Abraham, I'm like, bro, like that sounded like him. It definitely sounded like it
Yeah,
came from.
yeah,
It
yeah.
sounded like Billy Vallo, and I'm just like, bro, this is like definitely in that vicinity, like that ballpark. But
And then it comes in with that in the middle of that song with that like dancey kind of like fucking almost like disco fucking type beat. And I love that kind of shit
hell yeah,
because
oh
it's not jarring. It's
yeah,
not like oh what the fuck, but it's kind of like you don't expect it, especially when you like the way the song starts,
hmm,
and it's nice.
it is, yeah,
And then obviously the song that's probably gets the most attention is Shotgun. I
hmm,
mean, it's the first track on the album, but
Oh,
yeah.
that's a great song.
That one's great. Just like that's the one I felt had that like it had like the little feel of like action rock and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what got me. It reminded me like if again like they could tour with a band like Graveyard because it has that kind of Same stoner rock, energy, action rock, like you were saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a very interesting album. You know.
For me, though, I don't want to go through each track because there's kind of a lot of them.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to go over some of the main ones that really stuck out to me. Shotgun was, of course, one of mine, but Voodoo, that's probably my favorite track on here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because I was talking to Johnny about that, about like it being like, I hate to bring them up because I know everyone like pretty much shits on them now, but it's like got that like ghost like dancey like beat like.
Yes, that's exactly what I was gonna say. It has a disco feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's for the disco.
Yeah. But I like it too because it has a really big drum sound to it. Mm-hmm. And for a band like this, if you're not gonna have any bass or guitar, your drums need to be on point. That's essential.
Oh yeah.
Even if you're not a technical band, your drums just need to be precise and big, fat sounding. If you can't get that, then this would have been a really poor release, honestly. This could have failed. This could have failed in so many ways. Yeah. This could have failed in so many ways if they had dropped the ball in the production. I wouldn't even care about this, honestly, but really it's because everything is so clear and thick sounding that it makes you want to keep listening. You keep going, oh, okay, let me check out the next track. Let's see what this, let's keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like a song, there's one called the Flying Carousel.
That one's kind of really more good.
Yeah, it's kind of more of a ballad, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not like 100%, but yeah, it has more of those vibes, and that's the one that really like, oh man, that one really stuck out to me. I feel it so much, and I just keep listening to it over and over again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one's really good. Yeah, like I would say those are probably like my top tracks, like Shotgun, Voodoo, Carousel, and then
Dream My Little Girl.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, that one was good too.
So good, dude. It was like it's like a good pizza, you know what I mean? It's like
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just layers and layers of like just goodness, dude. Like
if you describe it like that, I would describe it in the same sense. It's like a really good greasy ass pizza, like after you spent like a night of like drinking.
Yeah, hands down.
And like you throw it in the microwave. You wake up at 11. You wake up at your homeboy's house because you couldn't drive. You wake up at 11. You put that in the microwave. Enjoy that, and you throw that album on. And you're just hanging out until your homeboy wakes up, and you gotta let him know, "Hey, I'm out of here." And you go on with the rest of your day. Like it's like that kind of like album.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you guys feel about that, but
I mean that was pretty deep. I can agree with that.
That's pretty accurate, dude. Because like this album's wild, dude. It's absolutely wild.
And that's what's cool, though. It takes like again, obviously it's 70s influence, but it takes that spirit that they had back then to really experiment.
Mm-hmm.
Like yeah, everyone thinks of like Black Sabbath as the doomy and gloomy band, but when you really listen to those early albums, there's so much going on.
There's so much going on. Jesus.
Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. There's all kinds of synthesizers everywhere. Volume 4 has a ballad changes. They weren't they weren't just one sound. Everyone back then was like into experimenting with everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that's kind of lacking now, in today's music. Everyone just wants to be one genre, and that's it.
Yeah.
Very true.
It's like this homogenized like thing. I wish there was more just like, hey, this might be like fucking weird, but fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, like a lot of the bands that we really like now, like newer bands, if you really listen to them, they're mixing different things together, They're not just one way or the other.
Yeah,
like you have like crustier sounding bands, but with death metal elements. You have gothic with like doom metal elements now. Everything's like a hybrid between two or three other styles, and that's what makes them stand out.
Mm-hmm.
Like Idle Hands, for example, you know that they have like all kinds of influences, and you can hear it in the songs.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, not to go off too much, but speaking about them, they released a new single too. Those two tracks are really well put together.
Oh, nice! I got to check that out for sure.
Yeah. So it's the EP is called "Don't Waste Your Time" Part 2, and it's one of the songs is "Puppy Love," and I can't remember the other one, but it's solid 2 tracks.
Yeah, but that's what's cool though, because like they have the kind of sound where they could tour with King Diamond, which we saw them.
Mm-hmm.
They could tour with like Uncle Acid. They could tour with like power metal bands, and it fit.
Oh yeah,
because they have all those elements in their music, you know.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And same thing with the Alligator Wine. They could tour with like a number of stoner, doom, retro rock bands, and it all fit. It would all work. Like they could tour with the Truck Fighters, and I wouldn't think it was weird. You know, it fits perfectly.
It would be, yeah. They have a lot to work with, and just being a band of that nature, must be amazingly great, you know, to be able to fit with, you know, different types of music and styles, and you know, be able to fit the mold with a lot of different stuff.
Right. So I guess in closing, you know, just to give my closing thoughts, this I believe is their first release. I think they may have had an EP before this, but they weren't on a label yet.
Yeah, it was a self-produced EP.
Yeah, so this is a band I'm really going to be looking forward to see how they grow.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd recommend this pretty much to anybody who's a fan of stoner, retro rock, psychedelic music. I really don't think you can go wrong with listening to this release. What about you guys? Any closing thoughts?
No, I agree.
Yeah, so I'm here. I threw it up on my TV. I was listening to it, just hanging out in my bed. It's a great album. It's a great album. I'll probably end up listening to it later, honestly.
Yeah, same here.
I enjoyed it.
I listened to it, I think, 2 times this morning, and
nice.
it's good.
Nice. I was nervous to choose this one. You know, I thought it was going to be a little too different, but
no.
I mean, you guys are like some of the most open-minded people I know. But you know, sometimes you're just not in the mood for something a little different. So
yeah,
that's why I was a little nervous. But I'm glad that you guys liked it.
Hell yeah, it was good. It was definitely an awesome pick. You know, like out of 5, I would definitely give it like a high 4 for sure. Like.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Same here. 4 out of 5.
It's just like the creativity is just like out of this world.
So okay, so I think that's a good closing. I think we can throw it to Johnny now to see what his choice is going to be for next week.
Yeah,
either a movie or album.
For sure. All right, so I'm actually really, really excited about this. It's only available as of, I believe it's on digital platforms right now, but as physical copies and vinyl, it's not out yet. It's going to be coming out near the end of July. But we were talking about the 70s topic, so I'm actually really excited. This is probably my all-time favorite punk band. So yeah, for next week's podcast, we're going to be doing a review on X's Alphabetland.
Nice.
That is the band X
from Los Angeles.
Of Los Angeles punk band fame. And their album Alphabetland.
That came out in 2020.
Did you know Danny Trejo, his son, directed one of their music videos for the new album?
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, whoa. What?
Danny Trejo, he has a son that I guess he's in the music business, and he directed a music video for them.
Oh, that's right.
Did he do Alphabetland for that song?
I think so, yeah. If that's the video they have out now, that he's the one who directed it.
Yeah, oh my God, dude. Like, Oh, I'm not gonna even talk about it. We could talk about that when we do it next week.
Yeah, for sure. I just wanted to tease the listeners.
Oh my god, it's so good, dude. Like it makes my heart warm.
So we'll listen to the album and the media associated with it.
Agree.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Well, we'd like to thank you guys for tuning in. You know, we really appreciate it. You know, I'm sure I speak for the rest of the guys, but yeah. You know, so I'll hand it off to Pervy.
All right. So this has been this week's Passive Pod. It's Passive Pod episode 5. I don't know how many of y'all are listening to this all the way to the end, but if y'all are, I appreciate y'all and I applaud y'all for making your way through all the fucking bullshit that we talk. So, if you did, hope you enjoyed. If you didn't, go fuck yourself. And if you're in the middle, fuck it. I don't fuck with centrists. Fuck you. So, I think this is how we should end the pod every week. For Abe, for Johnny, I shouldn't say Abe. That's your government name. For Count Doom, for Johnny, for Johnny Rumble, and for Pervy. This is how we will sign off every week from now on. Shake ass, fight fascism, believe in rock and roll. Believe in rock and roll, y'all. I'll see y'all next week.
Peace.
Love y'all.
Peace out.
Later.
I like that ending.